I'm the eldest of four children, and when I was 5 years old, I was stricken by polio. And at that time, they hadn't invented the polio vaccine. So we were surrounded by our church or people in our neighborhood, in our schools. So it was a very strong environment as far as our parents and grandparents wanting us to always have more than they did, but they also had the fear that some violence could come to us. My parents always said, you know, if they weren't home, we could never have company. And that meant boys or girls. So coming from junior high, my house was the first house. And we all wanted to see American Bandstand, so I invited my girlfriends to come over and have a little Kool-Aid. My neighbor, Mrs. Morgan, said, Betty Jo, you know your mama don't want nobody in that house. And I think everybody that went to school with us or grew up in that neighborhood all went to college. So when I went back to my 45th class reunion, and when I attended Omaha North, there was just a small population of students that were black. And it seemed like the majority of us all had college degrees, bachelor's and higher. My grandfather was even arrested. I'm going to say it was in the 50s. There was a Walgreens in downtown Omaha on 16th Street that would not allow blacks to sit at the counter. So he went in there for a demonstration. And again, these were people that were from our church, and they all got arrested here in Omaha, Nebraska. Because they were looking for people that could demonstrate and be passive and not want to show that aggression or respond with aggression, no matter if you were taunted, spit upon, or even hit. And so through the church is where we got connected with the NAACP. So while a young teenager, I did participate in a lot of demonstrations. We integrated Peony Park. With Peony Park, it was really a public pool, but when we approached to buy a ticket, we were always told that it was a private, that you had to have a membership. So by that time, you had people that were not black also joining the NAACP. So they went and bought the tickets for us. So we showed up with our tickets to get into Peony Park, and we weren't allowed. We were told we had to have a membership. So from there, we went back, organized our group, came back and did a peaceful demonstration for about 2 to 3 days. And I think we we did block the entrance so they couldn't make any money. So about that fourth day, we were allowed to go in to the swimming pool. But the World Herald came out, it's kind of interesting, to take pictures. And guess what? There was nobody else in the water but us. I don't know if they thought something was going to happen if we jumped in the pool. They sure did jump out. It was, I want to say it was in July, and it was 1963. I was chosen to go with the NAACP to hear Dr. King's speech. I have a dream. But my father, after being in the South and seeing what happened to his uncle, was very afraid for me to go to D.C. without him. So I couldn't go, and I missed that trip. And they wanted us to have a better life, to be able to vote, to be able to choose the schools of our choice, or to buy a home where we wish to.